Now, today, I won't talk about anything that is clear to anyone's eyes. Instead, I'll imitate the method of discovery of the world's mysteries, which means I'll look for mysteries inside the movie. Then, I'll try to solve those mysteries. Now, back to the pre-credit. When the movie came out, many enthusiastic fans said that something was strange about the pre-credit sequence. There was a TV show called BS Anime Talk. When I was in that show, I also said that there was a contradiction. And what that is that so Lupin steals fake bills from the casino. He says they can now even sneak into government-run casinos and throws them away because they are fake. But isn't that strange? I mean, a government-run casino couldn't tell they were fake? That means Lupin can use those bills just fine. And he stole $5 billion worth of them? Why throw them away? But some people say, nah. Some of those who love Lupin from their hearts say, no, Lupin only loves authentic things. Then in the climax, why does Lupin chase Fujiko, who runs away with the original edition of the fake bills? Like, no, Fujiko-chan, what is that all about? Now he wants fake bills? So there's the contradiction. Many fan magazines have pointed this out since the movie opened in theaters. The question is, why did Miyazaki portray it in such a way? Well, some people say Miyazaki respects imagery more than plot, or like someone just commented, he had pride as a thief. Possible, but if he had such pride, then again, why would he care about the fake bills? I mean, if there are such elaborate fake bills that a government-run casino or even Jigen can't tell they are fake, Lupin, being a master thief, could have decided to create his own fake bills that are better than Gothic bills. Lupin making his own fake bills can easily become a TV series episode. But why didn't he? Why did he toss them? So, I will set this as a question or a mystery for today's lecture. But first of all, let me ask you, why did Lupin toss the bills? Many of you have written comments earlier. And I have my own answer to that question, which I will tell you at the end of today's lecture. But let me see what you all think first. Okay, he thought of Clarice, he got upset, it was against his motto, to sell, it was mortifying, Miyazaki wanted a cool opening, it's his pride, to challenge again, he was young, he hates imitation, Hayao showed off his drawing skills, Hayao was being random, nice, okay, now, there is a reason for this mystery, and I think the reason is hidden in the answer to the question, why did Miyazaki make the Castle of Cagliostro in the first place? The clue to that answer can be found from the year after the release of the Castle of Cagliostro. There was an interview in October 1980, exactly a year after the release, in a magazine called Animeju. He said, all that's left for Lupin to do after being left alone in the real world is to steal a young girl's heart. That's it. It sounds a bit negative, doesn't it? When Miyazaki said, steal young girl's heart, he was referring to the famous climax scene where Inspector Zenigata says, he stole something of no small value, your heart. And this is supposed to be a great line that moves everyone's heart. But what Miyazaki really meant was that Lupin was an unworthy man who was only able to steal a girl's heart. And that's because he was left alone in the real world. Someone just commented, Miyazaki sounds mentally ill. Yes, he is, or more precisely. Whoever is moved by Zenigata's famous line must sympathize with Miyazaki's despair. Because it's hard to tell why he made this movie. So the question is to see how Miyazaki made the Castle of Cagliostro. To do that, I made a Miyazaki timeline Cagliostro version. Yeah, the timeline of Miyazaki is getting longer and longer every time I make one for the broadcast. He was born in 1941, and after graduating from college, he entered toy animation. Well, I don't know if he was a full-time worker, but he was an official staff member. Then he spent 3 years from 1965 to 68 on The Great Adventure of Horace with Isao Takahata. And in 1971, he left toy animation with him and went to A Production to make Pee-Pee Longstocking. But the project didn't start, so he joined the TV series Lupin the Third. Then, between 1972 to 73, he made the 2 feature films of Panda Go Panda. Then he moved to Zuio and started preparing for Heidi, Girl of the Alps. Then, in 1974, Heidi was broadcasted. This was his first commercial success. Then he made 3,000 Leagues in Search of Mother. He gradually became a known figure among the anime industry as he grew his reputation. 1977, a pre-production of Future Boy Conan, his first director debut on TV, which was broadcasted the next year. After that, he moved to telecom to make Little Nemo, Adventures in Slumberland, with American creators. Miyazaki and Takahata were the Japanese directors candidates, so they went back and forth between Japan and the US. Meanwhile, in December 1979, The Castle of Cagliostro was released. Then at last, he got fed up with Nemo in 1982 and left telecom. This is the timeline of Miyazaki in regards to The Castle of Cagliostro, and the outline of what I'll talk about today. Now, the final goal is to answer the question of why Lupin threw away the fake bills. Someone just wrote, I heard Nemo didn't complete. That's not true, it did complete, but not in the most successful way. I'll talk about this tragedy later. Well, later would be about 10 minutes from now. First of all, we need to know about the TV series Lupin the Third, which Miyazaki joined halfway through the production, before we understand what kind of anime the Castle of Cagliostro was. And to understand the TV series,